afternoon, YouTube. How are you? Hope you're having a lovely day. So, Chantal went live this morning, and good news, the live was not that long. I think it was about an hour, which is short for Chantal, and I'm happy about that because I really hate her longer lives anymore. If she's not got anything interesting to say, if there's nothing interesting going on, why drag it out if you don't have to? So, on top of the live itself, there's been some interesting developments going on with Chantal and Salah, including, but not limited to, the fact that I keep hearing, and Chantal mentioned in her live this as well, allegedly Kybella is selling revenge prawn of Salah. Allegedly, because I am not going to go looking around for it. I certainly don't want to see any pictures or videos of Salah. I'm not going to go hunting around on the internet for them, but there's talk about it on Twitter. And since Chantal mentioned it, so I'm bringing it up right now so you guys will understand what's up. So allegedly, Kybella is got revenge prawn of Salah, although considering the censored pictures that I've seen on Twitter, which are very, very heavily censored, there's not much to show. I'm going to say this in a ladylike fashion. From what I saw, there wasn't anything physically impressive about what was shown or what could be shown. So I cannot confirm or deny that there is revenge prawn out there of Salah, but it's a topic of conversation. So what was she doing in the live today? Well, she was a little bit on the snarky side. No full-on rage. She wasn't turned up to 12. That would have made things more interesting, and I probably would have reacted to every single minute had that happened, because that's when she's the most interesting, is when she's mad. She was mildly annoyed. She talked about her last mukbang, where she ate an entire Little Caesars pizza all by herself in less than 12 minutes. And while I saw the mukbang, I did not react to it. She showed the one pizza. My immediate thought was, where's the second pizza? Because Little Caesars, they do have deals, buy one, get one free. So my immediate thought was, where's the second pizza? If you partook of the buy one, get one free, where's the other pizza? Well, confirmation was given today. She showed the second pizza box. During that particular mukbang, she ate an entire pizza by herself and said, I'm not full yet. Well, those of us who've been watching Chantal long enough, we know what that means. When Chantal says, I'm not full enough, that means she's going to eat more off camera. So it would seem that's exactly what happened with the second pizza. She claimed that the second pizza was for Salah, but pizza, especially fast food pizza, it's one of those things that when it's hot and ready and fresh, you have to eat it immediately, because eating it when it becomes cold is not so nice. I mean, some people do prefer that, but usually people eat it when it's hot. So if she got two pizzas and he wasn't there, when exactly did he eat it? I doubt that she gave the second pizza to Salah. That's one of her favorite foods. Why would he take food away from her that is one of her trigger foods? So there's a variety of things discussed in the live today. She goes off about the reaction channels and about how we're haters. And I did notice in the chat that there were some people in her chat that were riling her up. Chantal, haven't you caught on by now? You're going to have people in your chat that care about you, but you also have people in your chat that are the FOODIE people, and I'm sure you're okay with that. You're catering to them. There's also another group to your audience, people who are trolling you, people that are telling you misinformation and lies just to get you riled up. They'll say things about Girl World and claiming that this happened and that happened and we said this and we said that when we didn't actually say it. But you're so stupid, you believe what they say, because I think you want to be riled up and you're looking for a reason. So we're going to go over all the tidbits on Twitter that I've collected this morning, as well as go into the live and react to the live. And I'm going to give my thoughts. And I would love to hear all of your thoughts as well in the comments section. So why don't we just get busy with that? Let me go back to Twitter and make sure I am where I need to be. Perfect. Okay. So let me just pull up my Twitter and you guys can see everything as I do. So for anyone who happens to be on Twitter X and you want to follow me on Twitter X, it's Well Girl Sarah. Sometimes YouTube, when I do a live or a video, they don't send out notifications. They're weird like that. So if you want to make sure to catch all the videos and lives, if you happen to be on Twitter X, just subscribe to me there and you can keep up with everything. Okay, so let's go on to the first tweet. Courtesy of Wonder Mom. Wonder Mom says, girl world, listen. Foodie Beauty did it in her home. So the pizza with ranch was homemade. Homemade is healthy, and together with her unicity, the whole thing had no calories. Really now? Is it really just that simple to lose weight? You just take unicity and then it cancels out every calorie from everything you eat. My goodness, why isn't this thing a worldwide success if that's true? I'm sure there'd be a lot more people that would love to hear about this amazing miracle product that you can take and then eat whatever you want and you never gain weight. Perfectly Imperfect says, Foodie Beauty put about 2 tablespoons of ranch on each slice of pizza, equal to a total of 16 tablespoons. That's 1,168 calories. Now, mind you, that's just the ranch dressing. To put things in perspective, you guys can see me. I'm a 53-year-old woman and I'm fairly active. I'm not too sedentary, although I do have a calm lifestyle. So my total calorie intake for the entire day should be about 1,800 to 2,000 calories, depending on what's going on. That's for the entire day. That's not for just one meal. Chantal, just with the ranch dressing, 1,168 calories. That is not including the whole pizza itself or the soda. You got to add in the soda because liquid calories do count, y'all. They count. You know, basically any kind of soda is just sugar water. So add in the soda, whatever the calories are there, add in the entire pizza, and also add in the second pizza that she had on top of that. That's a monstrous meal. That's a lot of calories, y'all. That's like 2 or 3 days worth of calories for someone like me. And you're really only supposed to eat the number of calories that you will consume or burn up mostly in an entire day. So she had this bee moment, a crazy bee moment. And some people are wondering the question, you know, Chantal, like her favorite thing to eat on pizza is ketchup. Why did she switch out the ketchup for the ranch? I've got a theory and I would like to present that theory to you. And I seriously hope you're not eating or drinking anything with me telling you this. So if you are, you might want to put whatever food that you're eating down and not drink anything, because this next part, it may make you feel a little bit queasy. So everybody knows the Chantal's doing the FOODIE prawn on YouTube. Like she's catering to that fetish. Here's my theory about why she used the ranch. Because the ranch dressing looks like something else that is intimacy related. That's my theory. She loves to put her ketchup on her pizza. So for anybody that has that particular fetish, if they want to add a more sexual element to the food, to the occasion, using something that looks like something that would happen during an intimate moment. I'm trying to be really nice in saying it. I don't want to be crude and gross, but you guys get the picture. That's just my theory. I could be completely off. I could be completely wrong, but that's just my take on it. So going back to the pizza, the ranch, 1,168 calories. And then I wanted to take it a step further and see how many calories were in the pizza itself. So let me just, stop the tab for just a second, because I do like to show the receipts. I like to show the information to y'all. We like to be informed here. This isn't about rumors or just strictly theories or conspiracy theories or allegedly. No, I want to show my sources here. Give it the information. So I did a search. I was curious, how many calories are in a Little Caesars pizza? One. There are 1,950 calories in one serving of Little Caesars cheese, large classic pizza. Well, she didn't have just a cheese pizza. She had cheese and she had pepperoni. So the pepperoni, again, add in more calories. So between just the one pizza and the ranch, that's easily a 3,000 or 4,000 calorie meal. Now, if you add in the other pizza and whatever else she might have eaten that day, that's a lot of calories, y'all. She's a 500-pound woman, over 500 pounds, as a matter of fact. And just to maintain 500 pounds, she has to eat between 5,000, 6,000, maybe 7,000 calories a day just to maintain that weight. If she did a calorie deficit, she could start to drop weight just because of that without exercise. If she eats over a certain amount per day, that's when she starts to put on weight. And Chantal has been consistently putting on weight. So she's eating well over 6,000 calories a day. Well over. Well over. I don't know if it's because she's trying to induce a medical emergency, because she's trying to force Kuwait to keep her for medical reasons. But Chantal, if that is the plan, it's not going to work. They will ship you on a boat back home if they have to. You are not going to force Kuwait to keep you if they don't want you there. You're not going to be a burden to that country. So I just want to show you guys that. Okay, so let's go back over here to Twitter, because there's a lot more stuff to show on the Twitter. Okay, moving on. All right. Mo translates, says Chantal swears she didn't eat the pizza crust, so she went through her trash and got 2 empty boxes of pizza. One is empty and says that Salah, he ate it all. And the other one has trash in it and pizza crust. Pizza trash beezing. But Salah isn't even there. And pizza is not one of his favorite foods. Going back through the history of Salah and Chantal, I can't think of a single occasion where I've seen Salah eat pizza. Have you? Did I miss something? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, please correct me. But I haven't seen him eat pizza. He's not into the fast food the way that Chantal is. She eats nothing but takeout. And when he does eat, it's not in gargantuan amounts. That's strictly her. So Chantal, we know you ate both those pizzas. And the fact that you ate an entire pizza yesterday and the second pizza is already gone, you could have saved that for the next day. You ate both in one night. I mean, that's just crazy. Did you eat one for YouTube and the other one was for a FOODIE video for somebody? Was that the request? I think it was. I really do. Fondue Pondu says, FOODIE Beauty, Salah couldn't come up with not one, and they were so defensive. So let's look at the pictures provided by Fondue Pondu. Brian asked the question, why does Salah love you? He would not answer that question. Yeah, like if you're a husband and wife, if a husband is asked the question, why do you love your wife? A normal husband could find a million reasons why they love their wife. Oh, she's great. She's so sweet. She's my best friend. She's wonderful. He couldn't come up with one single thing to say. And they were blocking people who asked that question. And here's Salah's answer. Brian, why not? I find it a dumb question. No, it's not a dumb question. You and Chantal are very defensive about your relationship, which I don't really call relationship. I call it a situationship. And the situation is you want her money. You want to live the free and easy life, live off somebody's dime, not work. You found her in Canada. You got her over to Kuwait. Now you're dealing with all the headaches of her. but because of her, you don't have to work. So it's been 2 years. You can't find one single good thing to say about her. That just shows how awful she is, bro. You can't even play the part of the fake husband right. Even a fake actor husband would know their role and be able to play up their role when people are asking questions about the role. And here we go. Let's see. So like he was blocking people in chat for asking us, just, it wasn't even an offensive question. It was just a simple question. Hidden Truth says, I would be more concerned with yourself and Salah than revenge corn right now. This is the more important, especially for Salah, because you are placing him higher on a list for deportation when they find out a Muslim man sent nudes of himself in a country where that is a massive, massive no-no. So Chantal and Salah were saying they were going to go after Kai Bella, and there's going to be repercussions for that. But Salah, you really need to pause and stop and think about what you've done on the internet. The way that you've been harboring Chantal and lying for Chantal. The things you've said to Kai Bella. The awful, disgusting things you've said to Kai Bella. And the fact that you said those things in a country where those things are not looked upon with much favor. Things that might bring you some kind of punishment or retribution. Do you really want to open that door? Do you really want to open it? Do you really want to go there? Because, yeah, not a good idea. Oh, some information from Mo Translates. The Kuwaiti government is extending the grace period for residency violators until June 30th, 2024. They said around 200,000 people are in violation of the residency law, but only 35,000 people tried to fix their visa status. This date coincides more with girls' next visa run. Well, that was a pass given to Chantal. Her payday, her YouTube payday, is the 21st or the 22nd. So what that means for you, Chantal, is since the date has been extended to June 30th versus June 17th, that means your next paycheck, you can get out of Kuwait. You've got time. But if you don't get out before June 30th and you're still there, if you get caught and you go crying to the officials and trying to use the baby voice and lie your way out of it, they're going to spare you no mercy. They're going to give you no pass at all. There's going to be no get out of jail free card. They're going to say, go to jail, do not pass go, do not collect $200. So if you got any kind of sense, you'll get out while you still can. But we will see, won't we? Nothing But Love says, why don't you just email the three of them directly? Kristen posted this. I believe this is a post by Chantal, a community post. Chantal says, hello, I forgot to mention something important in my most recent stream. Despite me addressing haters and being sharp with my tongue, I want my supporters and true Beezers to know how much I truly appreciate you. You make doing this worthwhile, and it means a lot to me. Yeah, why not say that in a live stream? Why say it in a community post? Maybe not everybody's going to see the community post. And question on the chalkboard, Chantal. And here's my question. One moment. So my question to you is, if you appreciate everybody, all individuals, all people going to your channel, why are you going out of your way and around the corner and down the block to cater to just one group of people on your channel and leaving out the other 75%? You're making the FOODIE prawn for the FOODIE people, wanting to attract them, wanting them to pay you money off of YouTube through Instagram and PayPal. You're catering to them. But what about the other people that come to your channel that are not into that? What content are you making to make them happy. I guess the most appreciation goes to those that have a certain fetish. And those that don't have it, well, they're just there to give you a little bit of money through Google AdSense, and that's as far as you care about them. You know, because money's money. You need money right now through Google AdSense, super chats, memberships. I mean, it all goes into the same washer, doesn't it? It all comes out the same. So really who you're talking to the most are the FOODIE people. You're really sending out the back signals to bring them all in, to gather them all up. Here's something you're not understanding. Here's something you're not understanding, Chantal. Lean in. Okay, lean in. This is a teaching moment, and I know you don't like to be taught, but I don't care. I really don't care. I got something to say. You don't seem to get it. The world has changed a lot over the last 4 or 5 years. Okay. Back in the time when you first started your channel, the mukbang trend was hot. And a lot of people jumped on that train and made channels and videos. And you were one of them. You found that trend, you hopped on the back of it, and you started making content. And you thought you were being so smart, following a trend and giving what was wrong with you a job versus treating it. And you made a lot of money. You did. You made a lot of money, but you also spent a lot of money. You did not plan for the future. You didn't put anything away. You didn't do any investments. You didn't buy a home. You didn't buy a car. You didn't settle your debts. You didn't settle your bankruptcies. Didn't do none of that. Absolutely no planning. But the world has changed. The vid hit everybody. The worldwide virus hit everyone, affected everyone. Caused a lot of stress for a lot of people. A lot of people lost their jobs, lost their homes. If they had their jobs, their hours got cut, their pay got cut. A lot of people right now in this world are very insecure about their home situation. They're very food insecure because the cost of food has gone up everywhere, even fast food joints. It's ridiculous. Fast food joints are getting just as expensive as sit-down establishments. So a lot of people are watching their money. And there you are, and there Amber is, and you guys are just going to town on this fast food, where a lot of people in the world, they care about their health. They do the most to try to take care of their health. And then you two fools are over there destroying your health, eating all the fast food. You have to know, with everything that's happened in the world, that watching you and Amber, it hits different. Before the vid, it was just two big girls on the internet eating their food. But after the vid, it's like, how can they do that? How can they destroy their health? How can they spend all this useless money on these things? I'm over here just trying to make ends meet with my family, stretch my paycheck. I hate to be negative, y'all, but this is a thing. There are parents in the world out there right now that are going without food just to make sure their children get fed. And then you got this moron, Foodie Beauty, devouring fast food and acting like an internet Pac-Man looking for the power pellets. It hits different. Those of us that are part of real life and reality, it hits different. It's got a different feel now than it did. I don't think Foodie understands that. I really don't think she gets real life. She's so far removed from it. She's been away from reality too long. Okay. Mo Translate says, person, why do you love Chantal? Chantal, that's a dumb question. He doesn't owe you or any strangers the answer. Salah blocks person. I just love their chemistry and romance. Hey, you know what? I love how she tells on herself. I love how she tells on the relationship. A real relationship, you don't shy away from questions like that. They're not scary. They're not offensive. They're offensive when you're putting on an act. Fupa Dankness, hey Dank Fupa, saying, I'm not saying I want to see the picture of Salah's private parts. I just want someone to confirm what we all know. It's smaller than a single Vienna sausage. Hey, you know what? Listen, Dag, listen. Hey, I'm not hey, Twitter, listen to me, Twitter, listen to me. All of you wicked people on Twitter, if you find those pictures, don't you dare post them. And if you do, don't send them to me. Okay. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about that rule. If I have to see it, you have to see it too. No. Don't you do it. Don't don't do it, Twitter. Don't do me wrong like that. I love you, but don't do it. I know some of you mischievous people, you're going to do it. Please don't send it to me. I beg you. I beg you. I don't want to see it. No, no, it's bad enough that I had to hear about it. Please don't torture me like that. Okay. That's just a personal request. Miss Anthropope Lulu says, y'all, I wanted to play the Google game and see what popped up when I entered Salah's name into the search bar. Never let him forget. He wanted to be famous, so let's keep going. Now, there's a reason why I'm showing this tweet. Here's the reason. Because this is important. This is important to remember. Even if Salah physically got away from Chantal, even if they broke up and she came back to Canada and he's still in Kuwait and they're done physically. Salah, you don't understand, bro. You don't understand the damage you've already done to yourself, your name, and your family's name. The time that you spent around Chantal, the fact that you guys were public, doing videos with her, lives with her, you two are forever going to be linked together. If somebody looks up your name, they're going to find her. And they're going to look her up and see all the things she's done. So your online social media presence is forever affected and ruined. It's a done deal. Forget about the gaming channel. Forget about doing anything on social media that involves your voice and your face. It's a done deal. You might as well just let go of the hope of being famous. You're not famous. You are infamous. There's a difference. Famous is when you are something or you do something that other people admire. Infamous is just the opposite. You are scorned. You are forever scorned for who you are and what you've done. So you are forever infamous, and it only took 2 years in the wrong person's presence. Okay. All right, cats that heal your depression. Sometimes you need a little help to show your true beauty. So, picture on the left is of the kitty. I guess they were off the street or from a shelter. And the picture on the right is after much love and much care. And I'm showing this for another reason. You can't go by immediate face value when it comes to an animal. If you find an animal, a dog, a cat, a lizard, a snake, and a spider, and they're a little bit not so good, love can transform an animal, can really transform them. I mean, look at these pictures. If you go to a shelter, if you see a cat on the street, or you're part of the cat distribution system where the cat chooses you and the cat walks up to you and it looks like the picture on the left, don't immediately turn your head away and think, oh, this is not a pretty cat. You'd be very, very surprised how an animal can transform. I mean, we've all seen the transformation in little BBJ when she got with FFG and her family. She went from being in Chantal's lack of care, looking sick, emaciated, very sad, woeful eyes, to looking so much better, feeling so much better. Like the transformation has been immense. I mean, I myself, the cat that I care for that's outside, Blackie, when I moved here, she wasn't skin and bones. She was on the lean side and she was very, very skittish. Then I started feeding her on the regular and she's a thick girl. She's fluffy. And she loves neck scritches and head scritches. And she's nothing but a lap cat. If I sit down, she's got to sit down. She'll sit down before I sit down, wait for me to sit down. I mean, love And acts of love can transform a living being, whether it's a person or an animal. So if you see an animal in need that maybe they don't look good, maybe they're dirty, maybe they've got fleas, they look yucky. Don't think that's how they'll look forever. Maybe if you care for them, they'll look like the cat on the right. Okay. Hidden Truth says Lush in Kuwait. It's 11 minutes away. So Chantal was claiming that there was no Lush near her house. Apparently there is. It's just that she does not want to go shopping at Lush because Lush, their products tend to be more expensive and she can't afford it right now. And she used to be a Lush snob, buying all kinds of stuff that really she didn't use or wasn't doing her much good. So that's why she's sticking with the old caked on makeup. Failure to Lunch says a big trip around the start of July. Lisa says, what about the fine dining at one of those restaurants you walk past? Or do you only do cheap fast food? Foodie replied with, we are trying to plan a big trip. So spending a ton of money on a single meal is not really priority, but we do it as a treat sometimes. So like I kind of pointed out to someone recently that I've noticed that a lot of the fast food that Foodie has been buying, it's been off-brand, no name brand fast food. A lot of the name brand places that we recognize have been missing from her mukbangs. Like she's looking for bulk and volume and cheap. So she's going for like the off-brand stuff to do her videos with. I mean, it would make sense. But at the same time, if she really wants to save money, cook stuff at home. That'll save a lot of money. A lot. Post of Cat says, what a life. Now, this is a well-loved, well taken care of, spoiled baby. They got their own hammock. How cute. Cowboy Dog says, if a secret VIB is reading this, please ask why Salah demanded money from Kai Bella in Foodie's live right now. Yeah, why did he demand money from her? I'll watch the live and we'll see. All right. Bunny Angel says, these two threatening to sue another person. Considering she is breaking untold laws in Kuwait, she needs to shut her gob. And as for Salah, he should never be on any platform. So here's Salah, like he's saying, oh, I'm going to threaten her. Salah says, dreaming of Everest, yes. We will take the necessary measures to the competent authorities regarding this in the United States. Salah, do you know nothing about your supposed on-camera wife? Do you know how many people she's threatened to take to court or put in jail, and not a single person has been prosecuted or taken to court? For one, bro, she doesn't have the money. For two, she doesn't have the attention span. For three, she knows she's a bad liar and she's going to get caught in her lies. You put her on a witness stand, within 5 minutes, she's done. Okay? She talks a big game online, but get her in front of people and she gets all kinds of nervous. So your threats are going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. DX says the entire chat is pressing Salah to answer why he loves Chantal. And instead of acknowledging how weird it is, he can't think of a single thing she pleads that mods delete and block them. Deleting and blocking people just for asking a simple, non-offensive question. You know, she keeps insisting the whole thing between her and Salah are real, but yet can't answer a question that relates to real love. Cowboy Dog says Chantal is saying revenge corn is illegal in Kuwait to scare Kai Bella. Yet all someone has to do is show the very graphic and very illegal corn images. He texted Kai Bella and he's screwed. Yep. Absolutely. Hidden Truth says Foodie Beauty, before she goes to the police, she better think about her beloved husband because he can get deported for what he said and showing nudes to women online of himself naked. He said he was above God, which that is a massive no-no in his country. So be more worried for him. Let's look at the clip from today's live.
cunt Bella is selling nudes. Okay, well, if that's true, she'll be in trouble for revenge porn. But she's already a homeless nothing, so I guess she can't get blood from a stone. Actually, her whole address is doxed on the farms.
And she made sure to point that out. She want all of her Beezers to know that. Hey, Beezers, if you want to find Kai Bella's address, go to the farms. That was a signal to the Beezers to go look on the farms for her address and bother her.
So I have her address. I'm working on contacting the police about it.
But you're not making sense. Okay, let's think about what she just said, y'all. Let's think about it. Didn't she just say that Kai Bella was homeless? So if she's homeless, how could she have a home address? That would indicate some sort of residence where the person is staying. So which is it? Is she homeless or she got a place to live?
Why would anyone sell them? Like, if they're available online, that's so stupid and probably BS. We didn't do nobody did that with her disgusting nudes, right? So yes, free Palestine, Taja, all the way. Are there yes, free Palestine, Taja, all the way. Are there revenge porn laws in Kuwait? Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Needed some information, so I looked it up and it led me to a farms page.
Again, another signal for the Beaters to go look on the farms. But you know what, Chantal? That could work against you. In order to get back at Kai Bella, you are directing people to the farms. Did you forget that you have your own thread on the farms that's thousands and thousands of pages long with all kinds of stuff about you? Hey, Beezers. Hey, you over there on her side of the fence. You want to find out a lot about Chantal? The Kiwi farmers have a lot of information going all the way back. All the way back. Chantal's hiding a lot of stuff from you, stuff that she will never tell you. When it comes to Chantal, she will give you her version of what she considers to be the truth. And her truth will always be slanted in the direction of she's a victim, she's never done any wrong, everybody's picking on her, blah, blah, blah. Let's challenge that. Go look at all the reaction channels and the archive channels. Go look at the Kiwi farms and see if her version of the truth matches the real truth. You'll see a lot of discrepancies.
She said highest bidder. She's a wackadoodle. She's trying so hard to be fucking relevant. She says she's mad because she didn't succeed in breaking your home and marriage. Such a low life. Bingo. Imagine doing that with your life. I'm not worked up. I'm not. If she's really doing that, she's going to pay. She's going to get, yeah, there's a law in the US, exactly. Revenge porn, exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, listen, there are laws in the United States against revenge porn. But I don't know how that would work for Salah because isn't that international? I know that there are different laws and regulations for wherever you're living. So Salah is in a whole separate country that is not the Western world. And then Kai Bella is in the Western world. So how would that be handled? I honestly don't know.
Doesn't matter if it's blurred out. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so that's the clip regarding the Kai Bella stuff. Okay, so Fubalina Dankness posted this saying the people in Chantal's chat are just as stupid, if not more stupid, than she is. So here is a comment from Sessa Cooks saying, LOL, my hubby cheated, and I think it's just a man's hormones. What? Seriously? I mean, he never did it again because he learned from hurting me, but I was ready to go. But if it would make him happy. then you're an idiot. You don't value yourself as a woman. I'm just going to say it outright like that. You don't value yourself as a person. If you're in a monogamous relationship with a man or a man with a woman, and you're being faithful and you're doing everything you need to do, and they step out like that, that's deception. And once that deception happens, how can you trust that person after that fact? Love is nothing without trust. Once you find out that your partner has deceived you on that intimate level, how could you fully trust them again? Because more often than not, if they do it once, they'll do it multiple times. Maybe the next time they might be more sneaky about it and under the covers about it to where they don't get caught, but they'll do it again because they got away with it the first time. So, hey, some people choose to forgive, some people don't. I'm one of those people. You deceive me once, that's it. We're done. I don't care how much I feel for you. Obviously, you weren't feeling for me when you took your clothes off, when you took your pants down. There's 1,000,001 seconds between the time that you first meet somebody and when you do the dirty. And it only takes half a second to say no. This isn't right. If you're with another person, if you're with a person in a relationship and you're seeing other people and the temptation is so strong that you want to step out, then it's time to end the relationship you're in. Because obviously that person that you're with, they're in it for you. They're not cheating. They're doing you right. Obviously, whoever that person is, they're not making you satiated and happy, and you're yearning for something that you're not getting at home. And it's time to cut it off and be fair, because whoever you're with, they belong with somebody else. It's not you. That's how I feel about it. Like that. Be with somebody only if you're satiated with them and you can be true to them. But if you feel you're like there's something in you where you feel like you can't be true to them, it's time to break up. There's going to be sadness, there's going to be tears, but it's the right thing to do. Okay. Moving on. Miss Anthropope Lulu says, Foodie Beauty, is there any question why she's still eating the way she does? The answer in her own words. So this is an older clip when she was back at the villa. Let's listen to what she has to say.
Part of me doesn't care if I die at 60, as long as I'm loving just eating. Just want to eat myself into oblivion.
There you have it, folks. Back at the villa, she said this, and she said it with her whole chest. She means it. She is married to her addiction, and she's faithful to it, and she's not going to divorce it. It's always going to be a thing. So anybody on Chantal's channel, if you want to know how devoted she is, how loyal she is to her issue, in her own words. This is not me making up rumors. This is not me being hateful. I'm showing you the clip right there. She said it herself. Okay, so this is something that I posted this morning because I was watching the live. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The 2 pizza boxes. She didn't get 1 pizza, she got 2. And I do remember watching her live through somebody's channel and her eating an entire pizza and saying, I'm not full yet. And I'm like, oh, Lord, I know what that means. See, a whole pizza gone. Christy, I truly believe Foodie when she said the pizza is not that filling. Let's watch.
That was really good. There goes the pizza. This pizza's not that filling.
And what happens when Chantal is not full? She continues to eat. And she had a second pizza, so she murked that other pizza too. Okay, now I love this from Cats That Heal Depression. Any people from Turkey who can confirm this? I have seen clips all over the place of this. So obviously this is a thing where there are cats everywhere. And there's a different kind of cat distribution system in Turkey, where it's not just cats finding individual people. Like the whole place takes care of cats. They feed them, they pet them. It's not like the cats have individual homes. Look, kitties everywhere. I think that's great. Like all the cats belong to everybody. And look, the cats are happy. Now, they're not owned by any household. They maintain an intimate yet independent relationship. But all of Turkey takes care of these cats. Look, they're everywhere. I think that's fantastic. Okay. Now, let's talk about something that I keep hearing. The rumor that's been going around for the longest, that Salah has a child. Not a baby, a child that was born a while ago. Julie says, why wouldn't Salah address having a child? Very odd. Since I posted the videos of his Facebook, which someone tried to have removed, it's never been addressed. Wouldn't it be easy to say, I, Salah, do not have a child? Here's the screenshot video. So in the video, I guess Salah refers to himself as Abu Amar, which translated means father of Omar. So does he have a child named Omar? Does he have a son? Let's look at, I want to look at the picture blown up. So here's his Facebook. Salah is at Viva Contact Center. It looked like he was a bit younger here. Abu Amar in the new look with glasses, eye protector, all because of this hot job. Come on, thank God. Anyway. So does he have a son? I really don't know, and I cannot confirm if he does. I know over in the Middle East, if a man marries a woman, he has to prove that he can support that woman. That's one of the conditions of a marriage. And as from what we can all tell, Salah really is not financially stable to the point where he's looking around for women to support him. But that does not mean he cannot get a woman pregnant and have a baby by somebody somewhere. So he might have done that, and he might have a child named Omar. He might have a child or children. I mean, some of the grocery hauls that Chantal has done in the past, there were many items that looked like they could be bought for a young child, like all the juice boxes and all that stuff. Like some of the food that they got, like a huge hauls, could be for family. You know, so like there's all kinds of variables here, but it is something interesting to note. All right. All right, so I think we're caught up with everything on Twitter. And so let's get out of here and go on to the live stream itself. I just want to do like a quick catch up on all this stuff, because there are a lot of interesting tidbits. Okay, I'm going back over to StreamYard. Come on, StreamYard, do your job. All right. So let's see what Chantal has to say today. Okay, y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Oh, goodness. Let me see if the chat portion has showed up yet.
Oh,
yep, it did.
Little China girl.
I don't know why she's singing David Bowie. And I love the fact that she's turning on the stream and nobody's showing up right away. I love that for you, Chantal. I adore that for you, actually. She looks so annoyed. I'm loving it. This is so crazy. They turned on subscriber only mode and slow mode. Why? There's not that many people in chat. one, there's Chantal putting on sunglasses for one of two reasons. Either she wants to look extra ridiculous, or she took something and doesn't want anybody to notice.
Hey, Bahar, Mike, Caroline. First you were. Hey, Krista, what's up? Long time no see. Jade Paradox, hello. I look dead today. I look so tired. Ghostface. Mike, yes. Gemini Gem. Love from Karen. Hi, Karen. You're feeling the look today? Thank you, Ghostface. Bear garbage. Hey, hides my tired eyes. YouTube lover. Hi, Nikki. Queens. Miss Potato Head's dry ponytail. Nicole Williams. Hi, Kelly from Turkey. Charles, what are you doing? I'm super cute. Thank you, Beth.
Oh, and by the way, for those of you that are watching this react and you're hearing that awful noise in the background, that is Chantal's dryer, she said. That's her dryer. But something that kind of strikes me as strange about the dryer being on. Now, I've done laundry before. Of course I have, because I'm an adult, and adulting, that's just what you do. What's interesting to me is that she's got the dryer on, and yet you don't really hear the sound of the clothes inside the drum. Maybe I'm just reaching too hard, but that was just an observation of mine.
Her. The phone on the wall, I don't even know. It's to call the apartment, but nobody ever does. I don't think anyone uses that intercom system. It's an intercom, like to call the apartment. We're going into the desert? No. Why do I have this? Dreaming of Everest fashion icon. Sweepstakes. Boy. Look at her little butt when she walks, her fuzzy butt. Hey, intro. Thanks, Katie. It's just my jilbab with the keffiyeh. I saw it on the couch. I was like, I'm going to wear that. I haven't worn it in a while. I'm tired. Yeah.
From what?
You're going to hear my washer going off. Been doing cleaning all freaking day. There's always Tiara, but I'm too proud. I'm too proud for a maid. Like I always say, okay, if I just get a cleaner, I won't ever have to worry about cleaning. But then I don't know. You ordered pizza? Dreaming of Everest? A flan buffet. Hello. Miss Moxley says hi to Julia. Julia, did you hear that? I just did some cleaning the other night and I'm doing more cleaning soon. Ugh. Eating whole pizzas takes work. I can't believe I ate the whole pizza and I was still hungry. This is like, maybe if I go like this. But this piece has to be cut. It's like all broken. There we go. I do look like I'm going into the desert. But this is how men wear them too. So
we're going to jump around a bit. Like the first few minutes were always her running up the meters, saying hi to people, like boring. So let's just skip ahead for a few minutes and get into the meat and potatoes of this thing, if there's any meat and potatoes to be had.
Silliest of geese. Hey, Danielle. There we go. So yeah, I'm not going out today, but I'll do more outings, like maybe during the week, because weekends is nuts. Like especially Fridays, too busy. just beating and sniping. I thought I was one of the most vile people on the internet. So why are you watching it then? Freaking idiots. Hey, Soda and Sadness. Not sure yet what we're doing, but probably I don't know yet. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it's Eid weekend. I'm not sure. Hi, Gracie. Homemade iced coffee. Wish I could make one for you. I could make one, I guess, if I want, but sorry, I have mascara in my eye. Am I keeping up with the boycotts? Yeah, mostly a product or two that I'm not really aware of, but but the main ones, yeah. Sorry. This is why I don't want to wear makeup anymore because my eyes always get irritated. It is very hot in Kuwait, Ray. I'm jealous. Open eyelid and look down and move your eye
Oh,
around.
come on. Stop being boring.
No, we're boycotting Starbies. But you know what? Camelitis. You know what? There are 1,000 million different coffee shops here in Kuwait. There's no need for Starbies. Right? Are you going back to the pool? I kind of have pool ache right now. Even though it's clean, I just... Public pools, I don't know. No inspectors came to our building. Why would they come to our building? Our building's not a labor camp. It's a family building. Start drinking it. Dandelion tea. I don't even know if I can get that here. I have the strongest immune system. Yeah. Hello, Jay.
Okay, I want to address this comment because it's just very odd. Dreaming of Everest says Chantal has the strongest immune system in all of Canada and Kuwait combined. That's why they keep trying to unalive her, but she only goes stronger. If she has the strongest immune system, why does she keep getting sick? And who is trying to unalive Chantal except for Chantal? I mean, she has out of control blood sugar, high blood pressure, enlarged heart. She's got a history of blood clots in her lungs, extreme fatty liver, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. She's had diabetic neuropathy on her skin because her health is so bad. Who is trying to unalive Chantal except Chantal? She doesn't care about her own health. She is, in essence, taking herself out. Nobody in girl world is hurting her. She's hurting herself. Every single time she sits down to do a mukbang, she hurts herself.
I don't know. Freaking. Yeah, I don't want to get sick like that ever again. Salah's around. Julia's in the curtain. Come say hi to the people. Great for exercise, yeah. Hi, Mila. You're on your way to work? Actually, let's make something. Maybe a coffee. No, it wasn't fufu egg. Yeah.
Okay, another one from Dreaming Everest. I guess they're talking about people in girl world saying, but they sure showed their butts when they were hoping for Chantal to be in the fire. I've looked around girl world. I haven't seen anybody wishing for Chantal to be in the fire. Who said that? I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. I haven't seen any reactor or anybody say that. So this might be a case of one of the VIBs talking crap try to get her all fired up.
They were hoping for me to be in the fire. Listen, again, morons. If I die, your channels die. Because
You know, guys, I like keeping up with Chantal's story because I know a lot of you like to keep up with her story. And you don't want to go to her channel and do it that way. And I totally get it. But one thing I don't like doing is saying the same things over and over again about the same things being mentioned over and over again. But with Chantal, it's really easy to get repetitive just because she lives in circles, talks in circles, walks in circles. There's been reference to something called the Chantal cycle. I think we're past that. I don't think it's a cycle anymore. It's a circle because we go around and around and around, and the going around and around is just getting faster and faster and faster. So she's bringing up something that she has said before. Oh, without me, their channels would fall. And she knows that's not true. She knows. There was a YouTube before Chantal. There's going to be a YouTube if something were to happen to her. If her channel were to disappear, or if she took a vacation or whatever, after a little while, people would absolutely forget her and move on to the next person. But she's got this oversized ego and thinking, oh, the moment I disappear, the reaction channels are all going to collapse. Well, I'll tell you what, Chantal, let's test that theory. Take a month off from YouTube and see what happens. We'll be okay. We'll react to other people. We'll find other people. We'll find other things to do. The audience, they can find other channels besides reaction channels to get into. I mean, you're going to open the door to a whole lot of people being exposed to a whole lot of things that might be beneficial. You disappearing from YouTube would affect you the most because you depend 1000% on YouTube for your income. But the reactors, we don't. We can't. I mean, there's not enough money on YouTube to do this full time. There just isn't, except for a few people. A few people have gotten to that level, but most of us haven't, you know.
right now, you look like idiots. You have to react to me eating a pizza because you have no content because you're idiots.
You know what, Chantal? Have you looked at my channel? I don't react to every single video you do. And I made a promise to my subscribers, and I've kept that promise for the most part, that I'm bypassing all your mukbangs, girlfriend. I'm leaving them alone. I'm leaving them alone because I had an issue with food, and watching you just makes me so angry. And I know there are people in the community, they've dealt with EDs of some kind. And watching you eat like that, even in a reaction video, might trigger them badly. Plus, you're gross. So I'm just 86ing all that. If there's interesting commentary, I will take the video portion out and then just keep the audio and make a whole new video with that. And that's how I handle it. If there's nothing good to be had, I leave it alone. I'm not hanging on to every single thing you do. And if any other reactor or channel, if they want to cover all your content, God bless them. That's what they want to do. But over here with me, I'm not hanging on to your every word, ma'am. I've got things to do. I could do tarot readings live and entertain people. I can work on my tarot channel. I could do my work off of YouTube. I'm busy. I'm very busy. Life does not start and end with you. It just doesn't. So please get that thought out of your head. You know, you tend to talk backwards. You say the opposite of what you mean. You're saying, oh, without me, they're going to fall. No, without us, without YouTube, you would fall. Because if without YouTube, how would you make your money? That little bit of something you got would collapse instantly. And you know that. You're in the weakest position, not girl world.
With no personality.
Like, we got so many talented, wonderful, creative, artistic people in this community. It's not even funny. They are so talented, so knowledgeable. You don't want to acknowledge that. But I will. I certainly will. And if you got a bunch of people that are artistic and talented and gifted with making people laugh or making videos or animations, there's a lot more they can do besides you.
So, if I die in a fire, you might as well kiss your channels and your incomes goodbye. You can't support your kids no more.
You know what, Chantal? I'm a tiny channel and I make a little bit of money, but not a whole lot. Okay? A little bit, but not a whole lot. So I'm not sweating over you, mama. I am not. You know? And I'm all about quality versus quantity. I would rather wait and put out one quality video than make 10 trash videos. If I ain't happy with it, then nobody else is going to be happy with it either. I'll wait for the good stuff. I'm a patient woman. That's right.
Or adios, amigos. Hasta la vista, babies. Yes, streaming of Everest. I'll do everything in my power not to. Why the boycotting? Because free Palestine. That's why. Why don't you put your YouTube button up on the wall? No, because I might want to move it, Mimi. It's so wrong for people to wish harm on you. It's because they're mad. Stay mad.
I ain't mad. Why would I be mad? Why would I be mad about what she does to her own body? How does that affect me? It really, really doesn't.
2 fires, one in Thailand, one in Kuwait. How are we a secret arsonist? There were other fires, it's just not as devastating. There's always fires. I mean, the reason is, yeah, without me, they're nothing, exactly.
No, without Girl World, you're nothing. If you're going to talk the smack, let's talk some true smack, Chantal. If there had not been a Girl World, but a reaction channel community springing up around you and Amber, where would you both be? You guys came on the scene and a whole ecosystem sprung up around you. What would you be now without Girl World? Working their magic to make you entertaining and make you funny. You've not been doing your channel any favors. You know, you basically have been plugged into Girl World, and Girl World has been your life support, supplying the oxygen to your dying channel. Okay? Let's get that straight. Let's get it all the way straight. And as I've said before, Girl World has a power. There are so many reaction channels now that if somebody came along that were even a little bit more entertaining than you, and Girl World found out about them, they'd start covering that person, and that person's subscribers would start climbing and climbing and climbing, and they would get more exposure, and then more people would move away from you, and there you would be in the same boat as Amberlyn Reed, where she's so desperate for attention, she's reacting to herself.
The reason is the temperatures are so hot, like literally, like cars will just like burst into flames. Things will just catch fire. And that's how bad it is, you know?
And here's confirmation right here. Silliest of Geese says, I haven't heard anyone wish you were in a fire. See, Chantal, listen to that. Some of the people in your chat are straight up lying to you. They're little instigators, little fire starters. In not the literal sense, but they're trying to start a fire with a match of lies. They want to get you fired up.
And they still haven't proven me wrong. Don't do any content about me anymore. and see what happens.
A lot of people have already started with that. A lot of us are finding other people to get into. And I think that's another reason why you're streaming more, because that's making you nervous. You see the shift. You see how people are shifting away from you and they're getting bored and they're finding other people to get into. And I mean, I have seen interest in people like Naked and Laughing, Lisa Richards. Different people are popping up, Chantal. Just a matter of time. It's a matter of time before somebody gets wind of somebody and we get into that person and we start covering them, and then your time is over. It's all over. You're not entertaining us because you're not entertaining us. We having trouble entertaining our audience. They're going to get bored. So we're looking for the good stuff. You're not giving it up. You refuse to give it up.
Don't do it.
I'm not saying you have to do party favors and hurt yourself to entertain us, but you got to give us something, mama. You find something.
Do something else. Do vlogs. Do anything else. Prove it.
I do tarot card readings, so and people have a good time. I'll spend 4 or 5 hours in a live doing tarot card readings on different people. How about that? And I do my ambiance videos, which I love doing. They take a little bit of time, but I do it because I love it, not because I'm caught up in the views and money. My ambiance channel is not even monetized. I'm just doing it for fun, just to let my artistic side have some wiggle room, you know? I'm doing other stuff. Other people are doing different stuff.
No, it wasn't an electrical fire. It started in the building, like, superintendent's office. I thought it was from a gas tank. No? It's a hard challenge for them, impossible. Exactly. So don't pretend.
You know, I'm going to bring this up because it matters. I remember when, I forget exactly, I don't know exactly what happened, but there was a thing where it was decided to do a blackout on Chantal. Like, nobody reacted to Chantal, or very few people. Like, there was talk about a blackout and she freaked out just with the talk of it. You know, because she's on Twitter, she's on YouTube, and people are saying, like, let's do a blackout on Foodie. Nobody react to her for a day or a few days or a week. She freaked all the way out. She did. Who do they think they are? That's so stupid. Da da da. You would think she would be happy to learn that Girl World was not going to be reacting to her, but she had just the opposite reaction.
It's like wildfires we have in Portugal. It's the heat. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah, exactly. In Texas. Like, yeah, I remember, like, the bad fires in California, and, like, you know, it's just. Will you ever return your health arc? I don't think so.
Nope, definitely not.
Electrical in the security office. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I didn't read.
I don't even know why somebody's asking that question. She sat there and ate an entire pizza by herself, possibly a second one off camera. What do you think? Do you think she's going to return to her health arc? When it was 2 weeks ago, she said she was praying to Allah for a second chance, and she's going to stay away from the fast food, and she'd be an idiot if she went back, and for everybody to call her out on her behavior, and she reset her palate. She said a whole lot of things. And yet here we are. What do you think? Do you think she's going to return to her health arc? No.
An update or whatever. I don't know. But whatever. It was really, really tragic and devastating. Like, imagine. Oh, an electrical fire? Wow. Okay, so Fufu Egg was right. Dreaming of Everest, yeah. When you don't stream, You post videos for a couple of days, they right away have to pick up your old videos. Without you, they make zero money. Pretty much. Live. Thank you. They're closing lots of basements to inspect. Yeah, I saw that, Fufu egg. Yeah, it's crazy. Soda.
Yeah, and that's exactly why you need to leave where you are, Chantal. Because more and more things are happening in Kuwait. You're there on a tourist visa. You've already stayed past the limit of time allowed to be there. Like, from what I've read, you're not allowed to stay more than 6 months at a time per year. I think you're over that now. So you are there when you shouldn't be there. And it'll be stupid for you to do a visa hop and then come back with everything going on that you were well aware of. What if you go somewhere and you're spending all kinds of money to get there, and then you try to hop back and they won't let you back? Then what? Are you going to have the money for a plane ticket to go home? And once you get home, will you have money to get a place? No. So wouldn't it be just smarter to get out of there while you can? With all the money you can scrap up and find something that works in Canada.
My day's almost over. Hi, ice cream. Hey, Lynn. Linda Marie. Sorry, Laura. That's my washer. Do they have portals in Canada? I don't know. She's sniping and raging. Grow up. Just that's all I have to say is grow up. It's so hot there. We need an ice cream mukbang or shaved ice. That would be good, yeah. Shaved ice would be good.
And we got some feedies in the chat. Like this person, Mojo Sojo, saying, it's so hot there. We need an ice cream mukbang or shaved ice. Suggesting for a diabetic to eat something full of sugar. And we're the hateful people, Chantal. Us reactors, we're hateful. When a lot of us have said, we've said, you need inpatient. You need to get on top of this thing. You need to go back to Canada and take care of your health. You got people in your own chat that are quietly, subtly urging your demise, suggesting things that might land you in a hospital or a diabetic coma. So who are the real haters?
Like, who watches somebody religiously when they don't like them, when they can't stand them, they have nothing nice to say? Like, imagine your whole existence is, well, ew, like, look at that person. Who does that beyond being 16 years old? And somebody who has kids and is supposed to be an example for another person. Get a effing life. Rosalia Valentina, welcome to Very Important Pieces. 36. Welcome, Rosalia. Thank you. You snipe person. I don't even want to listen to her. Do you volunteer help or financial aid to people affected by the fire? I don't think so. Like the government is doing that. They're giving like a bunch of rupees to the families. She's so angry. Time to log off and watch something else. Boo boo. You need to just ignore it. That's what I do mostly. Like, you don't see me.
She doesn't log off and ignore. She just logs off, and as soon as she turns the camera off, she sits on the couch in the seal position, scrolling on her phone all day, using her sock accounts and leaving comments under people's videos and lives. Sarah Lee.
Stream sniping or reacting to everything these people do.
But in a way, Chantal, you kind of are a reaction channel. Do you realize that? You kind of are a reaction channel in a way. You put out the content. We put out our react videos talking about what you've done and what you've said and giving our thoughts. And then you turn around and go live or do a video talking about us and what we do and what we say. So So you're a reactor too.
Same. Pretty much just did housework today. Lanky Annie, which I'm still doing. Now I'm washing a comforter. Are we mall Chinese beezing? We're gonna do it next week, BBJ, because Eid is right around the.
Yeah, because that's the thing you want to do as a diabetic is go to the food court and eat mall Chinese food. Didn't she do that last year? Or I'm sorry, I apologize. Was that for like a different event like during Ramadan? They went to get the mall Chinese food. Was there's been talk that the reason why they went to the mall and get the mall Chinese food is because they were giving it out for free. I don't know. It just seemed weird, like a weird choice for her. Like she's not really into Chinese food, so why go to the mall and get that food? Was there a reason behind it?
16th. So they don't like whatever, it's I'm just pointing out the stupidity.
Better look in the mirror then. Plenty there to be had.
They say it's a rage. It's not a rage whenever I point out something about them or like retort, it's a rage.
So Oflam Buffet says they are so desperate to bully you. They said you had 2 pizzas. Ridiculous. Not ridiculous because she showed 2 pizza boxes. She'll show them in the stream. Then how stupid are you going to feel when you see those 2 boxes?
So then what do? You're going to tell me that the ghoul over there is not raging every day? Like, please. Hi, babe. Did you punch anyone lately? Yeah, they're bigger lol cows than the people they react to. Nice try. Please. Did I have 9 evictions? Did I?
Okay, you know what? I was waiting for her to say that. I was waiting for that part. That's why I wasn't skipping ahead. I didn't know where it would pop up, but it has popped up. Now I'm going to speak on it. I am going to speak on it. Chantal, do you know the reason why you haven't had any evictions on your record? Because for the longest, you keep hopping from guy to guy to guy. And your name is never on the lease, biatch. Let's go back to your history. Let's go all the way back. You live with BB. His name was on the lease, not yours. You were living in his house. That's why when the two of you broke up, you had to move out because it was his place that he was paying for. And then moving forward to the villa, you hooked on to Pete's. You went crying to Pete's about, oh, he broke up with me, blah, blah, blah. But you latched on to Pete's because at that time, Pete's had a good job and good credit. And Pete's was trying to do the normal thing. When you said, let's move in together, he was trying to find a place within his financial budget. You looked at those places and you're a grandiose person. You said, I don't like any of those places. So here's what's up. If you put your name on the dotted line, I'll pay the rent, I'll pay the bills. All you got to do is just, take care of the cats or take out the garbage, but I'll take care of all the financial responsibilities. That was the agreement. That's how it was. But you did not put your name on the lease. So technically, you are a guest in the house. And that's why when you went to Kuwait and there were damages to the villa, Pete's was on the hook. And I've heard there were over $5,000 in damages done to that villa that I'm pretty much sure a lot of them were your fault. Now here you are in Kuwait. I bet your name is not on the lease there either. So you coming forward and ridiculing anybody about evictions when your irresponsible self doesn't even put your name on a lease. to be responsible. You going after people that have been evicted is incorrect. It's absolutely incorrect because of your lack of management on your money proper and 2 bankruptcies. If you came back to Canada, and at some point you're going to have to, because you can't stay in Kuwait forever, what are you going to do? Do you think your family's going to take you in? Nah, I don't think they're that stupid. The last few times you've been back to Canada, they gave you just enough wiggle room to sleep on the couch at night so that you would not be in the Kia sleeping overnight. They let you sleep on the couch, and in the morning, you had to get out like a bad dog. They put you out on the porch and said, go disappear, go do something, but you can't stay here. We don't trust you. We don't want you streaming in our house. We don't want you eating all the food in our pantry, so you've got to go. You don't have the financial means to get a place of your own in Canada. It would be very expensive. With someone with bad credit and bankruptcies, the landlords would not be comfortable with you. Your options would be limited. And I just can't see you being the kind of person to rent a room in somebody's house and not working out for too long. You drive somebody mad, and you're cluttery and you're dirty and you're nasty. So who are you to get online and ridicule anybody about their evictions and try to use that as a point of shame? A lot of people lost their homes because of the vid by no fault of their own. The vid happened, businesses closed down, hours got cut, and a lot of people were out their homes. You cannot and will not use that as a point of shame. Not on my watch, madam.
I get arrested for beating up my grandfather? No. Actually, the only thing you can really say is the stupid Cuba rage, which was almost 3 years ago, 2 years ago. And what, the pumped up kicks thing? I don't care if someone's smaller than me, bigger than me. It's not a effing contest.
Yeah, but you kind of look at it that way. It's really weird. You claim fat phobia, fat shaming at the same time you come at the reactors and say, oh, I bet they're big too. I bet they're fat. At the same time, you're super morbidly obese. So you try to use weight as an insult at the same time that you're a person of a bigger size, Chantal. You see how stupid that is? It doesn't quite work, does it? There's no winning with you. You're not going to look at a reactor and say, oh, they're the correct size to react to me, when reacting has nothing to do with size. And I'm going to say something else that may or may not hurt your feelings. And honestly, I don't give a doggone. There are people in the world that do have fat phobia, that hate on people of a bigger size. They have negative thoughts about people who are bigger. There's negative presumptions about people who are bigger. The negative thoughts about, oh, if that person is fat, it's because they eat too much and they're lazy and they're dirty and they're filthy and they smell and they're gluttonous. And there are lots of people in the world who are bigger that don't embody those elements. You know, every person is different. There might be people in the world that are bigger by no fault of their own, or they might have a medical condition, or maybe they were off their feet for a while due to an injury. Every person is different. You can't judge by the body. You know, the stories all vary. But you, as a woman that you are 5 feet tall and 500 plus pounds, do you realize, or does it really occur to you, that you embody every single negative trait that those who are true fat shamers and fat phobics, that they associate with somebody who's bigger? You back all of them up and you don't break them down at all. Those people look at someone like you and say, well, I was right. Every fat person is this way, when that is absolutely not true. I have met people who are bigger, who are kings and queens. They dressed well. They were highly intelligent. They were funny. They were well spoken, well mannered, working on themselves. You're just one of the really bad examples that the fat shamers and fat phobics, they look at it and go, we were right. See, here's an example right here. And then there's you. You don't like yourself. You haven't liked yourself for years. And for some reason, you are obsessed with punishing your own body for things that it's never done to you. It's not in control. But for some reason, you insist on beating up on yourself internally by eating the food to make it sick and make it hurt. What did your body ever do to you? It's just there. It just does what you tell it to. You're in control of it. So you're beating up on your body when you're the captain of the ship. Why are you mad at yourself? Why are you punishing your body like that?
Why do people make it a contest? Like, you have to validate your self-worth through how much you weigh and compare it to someone else. Again, grow up. Yeah, I'm just living my life, having fun. They're mad because they want to see you do badly, so they feel bad about their... It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Even if the worst thing happens to me, you're not going to see me, for very long at least. And my life is not going to be ruined. I move on. I go with the flow. That's how I am. That's my nature. Yeah, Bali, exactly. He won't even give you a chance. People can change, become better, and truly have. Yeah, Rosalia, there's a lot of people, which I've learned, they don't want good for you. So that's why, I feel like I'm just... It's better to be private about a lot of things, It's especially until things happen. And
okay, hold on a second. This comment right here, silliest of geese, says, I got evicted and owe my old complex money, but I was in a bad relationship and had to pay $1,900 in rent a month alone on top of $1,500 in other bills. So it hurts me when you say mean things about eviction. What did I say earlier? Eviction should not be a point of shame. Somebody being evicted is not about them being lazy or holding back money. Like, there could be situations going on, like a bad relationship, an abusive relationship. You got to go. You got to think about your own preservation. But I'm silliest of geese. I don't know you. I'm glad you got on top of things, and I know it was hard, but I understand why you're hurt about her talking about eviction. But just know this one who thinks she's got the right to talk about eviction, for the last several years, she's never put her name on the lease. She always lets other people do it. That way, when she wants to go, she's not on the hook for anything owed. Just like the villa, it was Pete's name on the lease. And it was his name on the lease that when there were damages, he's responsible for them. So she hasn't been responsible like that in a long time. So she's got nothing to say. Nothing at all.
1900 rent a month alone. Yeah, okay. Sure. She who sharts last. What kind of name is that? I guess it's appropriate.
You know what the funny part is? I remember so many times Chantal shaming the Motel 6, claiming that FFG lived at the Motel 6, which it's obvious that's not true. But even if it were true, hey, we all got to do what we all got to do. If situations have happened and you got to start from there, you got to live in a motel for a little while, and then save up money and work and then get yourself into a better place. That's what you got to do, y'all. No shame in the game. If you got to start from the bottom and work your way up, that's what you got to do. But she threw so much shade at the Motel 6. And here's the irony of that, Chantal. When Kuwait finally kicks yourself out of Kuwait, when they stamp your passport and you can't come back, where are you going to go? And with what money are you going to go there? You're probably going to end up at that sleazy, nasty motel that you went to with Natter. You know, with the one with the sex chair. Because that'll be the only place you can afford. You're going to be crying and begging for the Motel 6 room. Which, by the way, the Motel 6, I've seen the rooms. They look pretty nice to me. I don't see anything wrong with the Motel 6. See, all the things that you said before, some of them are going to come back and haunt you. And I'm going to love that for you. Because you do need to eat some humble pie. Not pizza pie, humble pie. You need a great big slice of it. It's going to be sour. It's going to taste bad, but you need to swallow it. It'll do you some good.
Lumpy. Hi, golden girl. Don't waste your energy on people who take exactly no face. Hi, great. You guys want to see the food I feed my baby? That's what we like about you. You draw a line and move on with your life. People are stuck in the past and rage. Exactly.
We're not stuck in the past. It's just that she lives in the past. She's not a different person now. If she were a much different person, she would have more of a strong argument, but she doesn't. She lives completely in the past.
Exactly. Like, who cares about my past 2 years, 2, 3?
She just wants to forget those years. She freely monetized all that drama and all that nonsense. She made money off of it. Now that she's made her money, it's supposed to go away now. Well, it's not going to. We're not going to let it.
Like, who cares? Even like a year ago, you know, like, will we see Howie? I don't know. Did you see the last one, Rosalia? I love your name, yeah. Okay, I got here for Julia. It's very appropriate. Attis cat. See the crown? That's her. This is chicken and vegetables.
Like, how many cans of cat food did you get? I'm asking the question because when Chantal lived at the villa with Pete's and she had BBJ and Sam, she would go to the pet store and just get a few cans of cat food for 2 cats. She never got enough cat food. That's why Sam was always beating up on poor BBJ. You know, he was essentially fighting for the little bit of food that she threw down. If you got 2 cats, it's good to stock up on cat food when you can, as much as you can.
Vegetables. And this one is funny, this one. Tuna and shrimp. Actually,
Fixed. Get her fixed. So she's not going into heat anymore. Why don't you take her to the groomers to get washed and looks matted? Make sure her nails get trimmed.
There's little shrimps in the food. It's not just shrimp hatred, and I don't have that karma of wishing somebody dead. So I don't care. You know, if somebody wants me to die, I don't give a shit. Like, honestly, I'm just going to keep on living and making them mad, I guess. You know, like,
how ridiculous is she?
I mean,
this is what she lives for. This is all she lives for. I'm going to stick it in the face of girl world, and I'm always going to win against girl world. Meanwhile, she's 40 years old, and she's so incredibly sick. She's so unhealthy. She can't even get off the couch. Her priorities are so incredibly backwards. And I think she uses girl world as a distraction, to distract from the fact that she's got a lot of other more important things she needs to focus on. She doesn't want to focus on it because focusing on them would mean she's got to take care of herself and face herself, and she doesn't want to.
You know? Dr. Phil is a friggin' idiot. Past behavior predicts future behavior. No, it doesn't. I always give him human food.
So she gives the hamster and the cat human food. Oh, that's just so healthy, Chantal.
Julia's fussy? Not really. We had good times, yeah. Your haters are miserable. Imagine being 70 and using a pig toy that oinks to make fun of them. Oh my god. Just imagine like when my grandmother was alive at 70. What was she doing? At 70, actually, she did a lot. She took like ceramics courses. She would never, ever say anything mean about anybody.
Well, that's your grandmother, and then this is you. This is you. Your grandma and yourself are two different people.
She was into like she had a florist degree. She did a lot with her life in her older age. Imagine being online making fun of someone's weight as if that even like as if that even I even care that you think I'm fat and gross. I don't give a crap. You know, like who gives a crap what friggin' Reverend Kane thinks about me?
And I see that Yo Mama has entered the chat, and I've seen him come and go in Chantal's chat, here and there. I don't know if she talks to Yo Mama. I don't know if they have some sort of agreement or they have conversations where she tells him, come in and say something. You say something first, and then I can reply to it. So it makes it seem like I'm not bringing it up first. But he's always coming in and trying to start a fire.
I know I saw that, Yo Mama, on your stream. You're like, you are the most disgusting person. It's true. It's true. Wishing death on someone. And it's like, it's so normal. It's like, oh, well, whatever. Here comes pot stirring, Yo Mama.
Right? And that's basically what he's doing. He's stirring the pot. Chantal's she's the queen of it wasn't me. She's not strong enough to make the first move. She lets other people make the moves for her, start the crap for her. If YouTube were a chessboard, she's at the very back of the board in the furthest corner away from everybody. And she gathers people around her to do her dirty work for her to move forward. And if something happens and they take any kind of damage or any backlash, they take it. So she's safe at the back of the chessboard saying, it wasn't me. I didn't say it. I didn't do it. I don't know what y'all talking about. People helping Chantal, and for one reason or another, she's not going to get on stream and say what she's thinking. She'll tell other people what she's thinking, and they'll take little notes, and then they come on stream and they'll mention something just so she can say something. So if anybody has a problem with it, she can say, well, I was just replying to a comment. Even that, when you have a live chat, if somebody says something that you do not want to address, you don't have to,
Oh, well. That gives us sleepy vibes when she talks. Someone said she sounds like a long fart. That skinny queen sounds like a long fart when she talks. And I can't. That's the funniest insult I ever heard in my life. 6-pack plans. Well, we'll see, inshallah. It's so funny, yeah. Babe. Anyways, people are obsessed with people's weight,
You're obsessed with everybody else's weight. You keep yelling and screaming, FFG, cam up, all the reactors, cam up. A lot of us already have. And even when we do cam up, you got something to say.
I have a whole bunch of little things on the couch I have to clean up. There's a corner of the couch I put all my stuff.
Oh, shut up. Poor Julia. Look, I know why Chantal got Julia. She chose a cat that looked as similar to BBJ as she could find. She picked her up off the street. She brought her into this thing. She treats Julia like an accessory, like a purse or a pair of earrings or a necklace. Like, Julia's just an accessory. She doesn't really love Julia, because if she did, she'd take proper care of her as a proper pet owner would. She treats her like an accessory that she can pick up and put down and throw away. It's sad.
Juice. Yeah, exactly, Rosalia. I'm not eating anything.
Not yet.
Yeah, exactly, babe. Julia, she's sniffing the cans. You had your chicken and shrimp. I just gave you. Show the people. Your biggest haters is to compete for your undying love.
So LMNOP says, why don't you lose a bunch of weight to prove all the hater channels wrong? You know, Chantal's a defiant person. She loves to show us all, right? That would be a positive way to turn her defiance inside out and make it into a positive thing. To say, I'm going to really show them. I'm going to motivate myself. I'm going to get on top of my food issue. I'm going to lose a bunch of weight, and that way I can flip them the bird. And what are they going to say? That would be a positive way to turn her defiance into a positive versus a negative.
Attention, they got rejected. They fired up their YouTube channels. It's true. Yes, it is lanky soap in here. I have it on 19. Thank you, Kimberly, Julia. I call her Juice. Juice. Christine, I just looked her up and they all say they don't care. Yet they're sad and focused on you. Yes. Or they'll be grossed out by my mukbangs. Good, I hope you are. Then they watch them. It's like they have no choice. More.
Oh, yes, we do. Oh, like they're reacting to my mukbangs. They have no choice. Oh, we don't? We don't have a choice but to react to your mukbangs? Oh, I got a choice. And everybody else has a choice, and I choose not to react to that trash. And I will stand on that. I will stand on business. I'm not reacting to your mukbangs like that, Chantal. I'm not going to show you eating a pizza in 10 minutes. No, ma'am. Like I said, I'll wait for the good stuff. I am a patient fisherman. I'll wait. I'll wait for the big fish. I don't want the minnows. I'll throw those back. If it's trash, it's trash, and there's no making it into anything but trash. Okay? I'm not gonna. No, I got things to do. Keep that trash over there. You think that we're going to react to every single thing you do? We can choose to opt out. And a lot of people do opt out, or they fix it to where you can't hear the eating noises or see the video. You know, there's ways of doing things.
Or gross ones to come. Like, here's an idea. If you're grossed out by mukbangs and you don't like eating sounds, don't watch a mukbang. Yeah. Yes, silliest of these. I don't know. I was really hungry, but I didn't eat the crust. If you notice, when I would get to the crust, I would just cut it off. I didn't eat any of the crust. So maybe she's been spayed, maybe not. I've decided not to talk about my pet care.
She hasn't been spayed. The last time we heard about Julia's care, Chantal, instead of getting her spayed, they took her to the vet. Julia got a shot so she wouldn't go into heat for 6 months, and it's been longer than that.
Online, it's no one's business. They don't get the appeal of ASMR. ASMR.
Yeah, like that. There's a rumor going around that when Chantal uploaded the pizza mukbang, she got demonetized, but then just to get around YouTube, she put the ASMR title. When you do ASMR, generally you don't talk. You're not supposed to talk.
I don't know. The crust is I don't like the crust. Hey, Chalt. Yeah, Tide. It's strong, so. Yeah, I don't know. The pizza wasn't like, it wasn't thick, you know, and it was just like I didn't eat any of the crust.
Oh, who cares? Next.
Be right back, lost sound. Oh no. Okay, Golden Girl. Cheese crust. Who wants to waste mental energy on whether someone ate the pizza crust or not? I can't. I know, Katrina. Normal people know. No, normal people don't. You should make sushi mukbangs sometime. I did do one, Rosalia. Yeah.
She's done the sushi mukbang more than a few times, and she used the same place. She chooses the place that has the biggest sushi rolls. Huge.
But there is one of my favorite sushi places I haven't had in a little while. Pizza bones. That. Yes, we will take the necessary measures to the competent authorities regarding this in the USA. Regarding what? You can find some good deals. Yeah, I know, H-Alt. I'm sure, yeah. It's on Talabat. Biggest cultural.
One moment, please. Okay, sorry about that. Just had to take a quick break. Let's keep on with Chantal. Let's finish this out.
Shock. I wasn't really shocked about anything here, actually. Mostly just the heat. Boozin has alarms set up through her house. What was I talking about? I can't remember. Sorry.
Like, and time just flies by. Like, I remember the time when Chantal was at the villa and she would easily go live for, God, 8 to 12 hours a day. I mean, she wouldn't shut up. I don't know how she did it, how her throat wasn't raw from constant talking all day long, every day, for months on end. Yet here she is in Kuwait. It's not even been an hour. She's like 35, 40 minutes in, and she's already running out of things to say. Like her mind is going blank. What happened to you, Chantal? Like you used to be able to do live after live after live and talk and talk and talk. Now you're like, I don't know what to say. Well, I'm a little bitty freaking channel. And the first hour is just the warm up for me. It's just talking to people and vibing with them. And you can't even do that. Like, look
No,
at her.
I said I wanted to go to base camp. Oh, yeah, they can be heard sometimes, yeah. Especially if I'm live, I'm with all you guys, talking to you guys. It's fine by me. I enjoy peace. Me too. Not that big flan buffet, no. They have like a couple, but they're small carnivals. You know? Yeah, I'm sure they do hot tea. All the parks, like a lot of the parks have sprinklers.
Blah, blah,
Not
blah.
all of them.
Shut up. I'm sorry. I'm just,
Twice, right?
I look at her like she's boring herself to the point where it's making her yawn. You're boring yourself, Chantal.
So, Scapegoat, my happiness depends on the white rice consumption of YouTubers. They all have real jobs, my ass, fart and short.
I do. I know a lot of people that do.
Nice delusion. Hi, Tiffany.
And that's something that you can't get. Let's see you get a real job after YouTube, Chantal. You put yourself in a position physically where you cannot work, not even at a desk job. And you're not nice to people, so you can't do an online job where you do customer service.
Oh, so that makes them better people than Fart and Shart, that they went to school and became teachers?
What's wrong with... Do you see what she's doing? She's putting down people that actually go out and pursue an education and go to school, making that seem like a bad thing. Why is that bad? What? Putting down someone who says, I want to be further educated so that maybe I can get a better job or support my family. That's an awful thing.
So that's even more embarrassing, Fart and Shart. If Milk Tea is a teacher and she's sitting there criticizing how I cook my food, that's embarrassing.
No, it's not embarrassing. She's traveled. She's done things. She's educated. That's why a lot of people like Milk Tea and Pulpy. I don't like how you're trying to treat education as a talking point for insulting someone, Chantal. Maybe you're jealous of the fact that you were horrible in school and you quit college. You ain't got nothing to fall back on. Be quiet.
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I don't care if I'm an eater. I get paid thousands of dollars a month to do it.
I get paid thousands of dollars a month. Then why are you so broke? You used to make a lot of money back in the day. Not anymore. When is the last time you've seen a $20,000 or $30,000 paycheck, Chantal? Not since the Natter era. How embarrassing for you. You got an issue with food and you are such a slave to the paycheck that you cannot stop doing mukbangs. You cannot do what you need to do for the sake of your life and your health. You got to keep your eye on the prize. You got to keep an eye on that paycheck. You got to continue to cater to those FOODIE people when catering to them is causing you further harm. You're living paycheck to paycheck. So you're doing so extremely well, right? Well, I remember that trip to Thailand. You weren't exactly big ballin' when you went there. You guys were moving around all over the place, looking for the cheapest deals on food and accommodations and all that. You're not making the money you used to make because people are bored with you and your content. You're probably doing stuff off YouTube, maybe on Cameo for the FOODIE people. That's your under the cover portal to keep in contact with them and do things without getting caught on being on a feeder site. You're broke. We know you're broke, okay? Scraping by. Because I remember back in the Villa days, all the takeout you were getting. You're not ordering the same. You're not acting the same as you were then when you have more money. There's more talk from you about being frugal and saving money, and you're going to food banks. If you're broke, why is that happening? I'm sorry, if you have money, why is that happening? You are fake flexing for the sake of a public image that you created, for the sake of your ego. You want to put off appearances that you're higher than the rest of us, that you're better than the rest of us, that you are in a tower looking down and we're all a bunch of peasants on the ground, that your life is so much better, you have so much more money. When the people that are on the ground are living better than you, are happier than you, and healthier than you. That ego tower is hurting you. And it's also hurting other people, because anybody that comes in contact with you, they are harmed as well. They are negatively affected. This obsession with getting one over on girl world is insane. It's so insane that you're willing to keep hurting yourself and making yourself sick just to keep it all going.
So who cares? I don't want to go to school. I don't want to be a teacher. Okay.
Okay, then, and then just don't be then. That's your choice.
So what is that like? Why are people comparing? So stupid. Get out of here. Someone whose name is Fart. Exactly. Jobs or personal lives are different. Exactly. So stupid. I'm a teacher, yeah, and I sit there with an ugly dollar store wig and make fun.
Chantal, leave milk tea alone. Leave her hair alone. There's absolutely nothing wrong with her hair. You're being especially nasty. And you want to know why? Because you're jealous. You are jealous of any and every woman you see. They don't have to be a reactor. They could just be somebody on the street walking by you. And for the very fact that they're a woman, you will hate them. You hate anything that's female, even animals. Your jealousy and your insecurity are showing. Going after somebody for wearing a wig. When I remember back in the day, how many wigs did you buy? How much money got absolutely wasted on wigs? Last time I checked, it was into the thousands. Some of the wigs you bought were awful for you. Some of them were pretty good. But even the pretty good wigs that you got, you ruined. You absolutely ruined. So how can you sit there and make fun of somebody for wearing a wig, no matter how much it costs, when you once wore wigs? How ridiculous is that?
Fun of how somebody cooks, or I'm super petty after hours. Give me a break. I know, Rosalia. Yeah, the spin cycles are really intense on my washer. I don't know, Ghostface.
So Daft Pecan says, why don't you do healthy mukbangs at least? Because that's not what the FOODIE people want to see. That's not what they're paying for. They don't want to see you eat a bunch of healthy salad. They want to, the more unhealthy, the more gooey, the more saucy, the more cheesy, the more fatty and oily, the better. They want to see you go hog wild with all that unhealthy food. That's where the money is.
Teacher who bullies. Hey, Saher. Welcome to Very Important Beezers. Ready, set, bees. Milk tea is like Zachary and Alex. They're nice, nasty. Yeah, exactly. Cunt Bella is selling nudes. Okay, well, if that's true, she'll be in trouble for revenge porn. But she's already a homeless nothing, so I guess she can't get blood from a stone. Actually, her whole address.
So Joella Siwa says, I love milk tea. She has a lot of knowledge of the Middle East, and she doesn't body shame like a lot of other reactors. A lot of people like milk tea. And she does have a lot of knowledge of the Middle East. And I think that is one of the biggest thorns in Chantal's side. The fact that she's over in the Middle East and then Milk Tea comes forward and offers up the information that she's familiar with, and Chantal hates it.
Press is doxxed on the farms. So I have her address. I'm working on contacting the police about it. Why would anyone sell them? Like, if they're available online, that's so stupid and probably BS.
I really hope I don't open up Twitter one day and see a bunch of pictures. I'm telling you, all you evil freaking Twitter people, I don't care about that rule. If I have to see it, you have to see it. Don't you send it to me. I don't want to freaking see it. I don't want to see it. Y'all don't do me dirty like that, okay? Stop.
Nobody did that with her. Disgusting nudes, right? So, yes, Palestine Taja away. Are there revenge porn laws in Kuwait? Oh, yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Okay, so silliest of geese, they're asking the question that I asked way earlier, saying, how is she homeless if she has an address? And why are you looking on the farms? It can't be good for you. Yeah, miss, I don't care about the drama. I don't pay attention to drama. I'm not looking over there because it's just going to make me mad. She just basically told on herself and said that she's on kiwi farms looking around at stuff. So see, that's what we love about Chantal over here. She lies, but then she tells on herself. She's such a bad liar. But I love the fact that indirectly you kind of tell us the truth sometimes, Chantal.
Why don't you not worry about that silliest geese? I needed some information, so I looked it up and it led me to a farms page.
And here's another thing about the kiwi farms. Due to things that happened to the kiwi farms, it used to be easier to find. Now it's a bit harder. So she had to work to find the kiwi farms page.
She said highest bidder. She's a wackadoodle. She's trying so hard to be fucking relevant. She says she didn't succeed in bringing her home and marriage such a low life. Bingo! Imagine doing that with your life. I'm not worked up. I'm not. If she's really doing that, she's gonna pay. She's going to get. Yeah, there's a law in the U.S. Exactly, revenge porn. Exactly what she's doing. Doesn't matter if it's blurred out. Doesn't matter. I didn't dox anyone, but do you want crap if
So Cat C says, well, she is not in Kuwait. He would just get flagged as a bad idea, man. Yeah, they're in two different places. So how would that work? It would be an international thing. And I don't think Salah wants all that attention, you know, all those eyeballs on him.
doesn't matter, Catsy? He wouldn't get flagged.
Silliest of Geese says it's hard to sue and go after someone when they're in another country. I don't know if they'll have to fly here for court or what, right? Just the jurisdictions going back and forth.
It's not suing, it's a criminal offense. Thank you. Yeah, we're not talking about her. That's what she wants exactly. People with no life, this is what they wait for. Hi, Marbles. Yeah. This is why I don't like people like hanging around, like interacting with people. Like too many of them are nuts. Keep nasty out of this space. Yeah. Skinzilla. No, if your son's killing me, that I have a daughter. It doesn't bug me. Like those super chats about abortion shaming, it doesn't bug me. I don't give a shit at all. It doesn't bug me whatsoever. Bunch of losers in chat. Murders babies. Oh my god. Thanks, money. I'd be more upset with my cheating spouse than the other person, but that's just me. Did I say I was upset, Joelle? No, I didn't say that, did I?
Oh, Chantal's not upset. She's not. She's not upset in the usual sense that you would be upset if you were in a real life relationship, because they're not in a real life relationship. They never were. It was never a relationship. It was a situationship. And the situationship was, look, I got a YouTube channel. I need a wingman. I need you to play the part of the loving husband. So you come on, you play the part of the loving husband. You hold my hand once in a while. You say the lines that I want you to say. And if you do everything right, I'll give you a certain amount per month and even some gifts every once in a while. That was the agreement. And I'm pretty sure the agreement also stated that they would not be intimate for any of that. Like that was probably put on the table like, hey, we're just working together, but it's not going to get crazy like that. Where Salah messed up was he decided to walk in the Garden of Eden and pick a piece of fruit off the bezer tree and want to take a bite out of it. And he got caught. He got called out for it, which interfered in Chantal's story arc. And her story arcs to her are very important. They are her online fantasyland illusion. She's writing this ridiculous Delululand story in real time, and what he did messed part of that up. She was trying to sell us this thing of he's a devoted husband and he loves me, yada, yada. And what he did when he got exposed messed up the plot line. And it's still messed up to this day. And I'm sure she's still upset. But Chantal is one of those people. If you do her dirty, if you mess something up, she's going to throw it in your face if you make her mad. She's going to beat you over the head with it in a figurative sense. She's going to use it as a weapon. You know? Use it as leverage over you. Like she'll never let you forget how you messed up.
So, yeah. Of course I was upset and we're moving on. So really, that's all it should end at. Like it shouldn't be anyone else's business.
Like she's not mad that he stepped out and did his business. It's just that he stepped out with a beezer. Someone online and got caught and made her look stupid.
Yeah, those goons. Yeah. If I did have kids, I can tell you.
Yes, you would. You'd be a horrible parent. You're a horrible human being. You'd be a horrible parent. And I would feel absolutely terrible and bad and sorry for any child that had to be attached to you. Because you would not be a good mother. You're selfish. You're self-centered. You are narcissistic. You are controlling. You are manipulative. You would be that person. You'd be jealous of your own child. You would give birth to that baby and then give the baby to grandma and say, I'm going to disappear and go party with Natter for a week. You sure would. And you would not be that parent that you would have the patience when that child got sick or had a fever or got the chicken pox or was going through teething. You have no patience for children. You have no understanding for children. You've said you don't like kids. You said it. You get annoyed from the kids playing in the hallway of your building. And that's somebody else's kids. And they're just playing, just being kids. You are not mother material, ma'am. You're not. Horrible you would be at motherhood. Horrible.
Teaching her kids. Like
you can't even mother your pets right. You don't even take care of your hamster and your cat correctly. What makes you think you can take care of a human child. A child is a lifetime contract. It's a lifetime thing. It's not like you give birth to it and in a year or two it goes out on its own and you're free of it. No. A child is a lifetime commitment and responsibility, and it's an act of love. Everything you got inside, everything good, all your knowledge, all your wisdom, you pour into that child. You teach them morals and values and boundaries and what's right and what's wrong, and help them develop their conscience. You see to their health, and you try to help them with develop into good people, so that when they become adults, you can feel assured knowing that they are standing on solid ground and they are strong and they're going to make it. But even if they become adults, you're still there for them. You can't commit to a house plant. How would you commit to a child for life?
Like, imagine like your kids hearing you bullying fat people. Like, nice parenting you have. Yeah, I know. I know, Flowers and Saturday. I said it was admirable that you were able to forgive. Yeah, of course. Like, based on a lot of things. I already talked about that. I like both, H-Alt. I like lives and recorded videos. My washing is finally done. When the reactors do not get the content they get to react on, they get me and start with other revenge porn and other.
You know what? Miss Bally, all up in Chantal's chat. Miss Bally, you over there making friends with Chantal. I'm going to bring something up that she did a while back. She was communicating with Nader El Shami privately, and she gave him a hit list of channels to go after and throw strikes at, privacy complaints. She sure did. My name was on it. But she actually told Nader, go after all these people. There are screenshots everywhere. Now she's over here in Chantal's chat saying when the reactors do not get the content they like to react on, they get mean and start with ugly revenge prawn and other ugly things. And you, Miss Bally, you, madam, you're over there trying to get behind the scenes. You were talking to Nader a while back and trying to get him to make trouble for the other channels. So what kind of a person are you? Like, what are you up to? Talking about the reactors, that look at yourself. You get behind the scenes and you're trying to sick channels on other channels. Not cool.
Things. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Doesn't have custody because when she got her DUI, her kid was in the car with her. Really? Sounds like you have some skeletons. She has some skeletons in her closet that she needs to clean out. Oh my gosh. People are just dumb. I don't even know what to say. They're so stupid. But anyway. Yeah, it has made us stronger.
Okay, like she's almost done. How long is this react? We're at 2 hours and 20 minutes. I think I'll cut it off here. It seems like she's starting to wind down. So, like, if there's anything interesting that I miss, I'll just go ahead and clip it on Twitter and then show it to you on the next one. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.